Hello everyone. Yeah, don't know if this is going to work. I'm doing it on the iPad, but we'll give it a go anyway. We'll see. Um, it's just to explain where we've been and why we haven't uploaded anything in the last. I think it's been like 10 months or something since we put a battle report up. So when Warhammer 8th edition ceased to exist, the whole community on YouTube seemed to just disappear. Um, I know I certainly lost a little bit of interest with not with the game, but with the internet sort of side of it. I stopped watching battle reports and what have you. The likes of Lord Tremendous and people like that just stopping uploading them. One Plus Armor, who were one of my favourites, just started to do 40k. So I just thought, bugger it. Didn't really go on YouTube at all. But as a group, we continued to play 8th edition. We played it just as often as we ever did. We just never regarded any of the battles. But it got to a stage where, as a group, we weren't getting results. It was just becoming draws, a lot of draws. The game just got a little bit stale. That was all of us really. We started going on to bigger and bigger games, getting up to like 3, 4, sometimes 5,000 points, and it just wasn't doing anything for us anymore. So, starting with it was me and Root really. Root was on the ninth age bandwagon before me. In fact, he was on it right from the start. Um, he he'd been to a tournament or two, played because he lives down in London. There's a bit bigger scene down there, so he was actually playing ninth on a regular basis. He kept telling us all how well, say all myself and Patrick and Winter probably because we were the only ones that would listen. How good the game was, how balanced it was. Yeah, we'll come on to that later. Um, and so I sort of downloaded the Dwarven Holds book, or whatever it was called. It's now Dwarven Holds. Downloaded that, decided to have a look. And initially I was a little bit like, oh, Jesus Christ. They've nerfed things. I can't have the banners anymore. There's no big, steadfast, stubborn blocks. There's no big bubbles going on. But some of it looked okay. I like the idea of gyrocopters in units and skirmishing slayers and the Anvil of Doom being reduced in points. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, okay, I'll have a little go. And I actually arranged a little bit of a game with Patrick because he'd had a look through the Wood Elves or Sylvan Elves book, and similarly, he'd seen things that he liked in there as well. Um, he can fight in combat a little bit now, which is something he used to moan about, rightly so, that he couldn't do in 8th. So we had a little bit of a game. It was a good game. We enjoyed it. Turned out it wasn't too dissimilar to 8th, which is a good thing, because at the end of the day, we still want to be playing a tabletop fantasy battle game. It didn't move too far away from that. It tweaked a few of the rules. Look, I'm not going to bore you. Probably a lot of you maybe played 9th. And yeah, so we enjoyed it. I actually signed up along with Root to go down to Bristol to a tournament in Bristol, the Bristol GT. But I went in there cold. I only actually played 2 warm up games prior to that. Anyway, got to Bristol. I actually finished about mid table. I think I can't remember how many points I accumulated, but I won 2 and lost 3. I was quite impressed really, being that I'd only played, like I say, 2 warm up games. Anyway, came back from Bristol, and sort of chatting to the rest of the lads, and Pell said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give the Warriors of the Dark Gods a look." So he actually downloaded the book, looked at it, wrote a list. I can't remember who he played first. It may well have been Patrick. I think it was Patrick, and maybe 20-0'd him. And actually, Pell's been on a bit of a streak since then. I think he's won 6 or 7 games straight. There's no stopping those Warriors. So yeah, he likes what he sees. Winter's played with his undead a couple of games, I think. I think he's come the closest to beating Pell actually. Maybe, I don't know, 12-8 or something. Pell won. Patrick's continued to play. I haven't had a game of 9th since Bristol, which was about 6 weeks ago, because I've been to America for a fortnight. But I have written another dwarf list, and I do plan on playing either Pell or Patrick in the near future, and we will be doing, you'll be pleased to know, hopefully, some battle reports. Now, I'm not totally ruling out 8th. I don't think any of us are. It's just that we're enjoying ninth at the minute. So the battle reports that are going to be uploaded are probably going to be ninth age battle reports. I mean, there might be the odd eighth one up there. I don't know. But for the foreseeable future, it will probably be ninth age. Yeah, so that's really where we are at the minute. I've got a little list of things here to talk about. Yeah, we've actually signed up for a tournament again in Bristol, which is supposedly happening in September. And instead of just rooting myself going down, we're actually going to be going down as a group. All of us are going. I say all of us, with the exception of probably Winter, who doesn't have a painted Vampire Counts army, or whatever they're called now. So it'll probably just be myself with either Dwarves or Saurian Ancients. Pell with his Warriors of the Dark Gods, Patrick with his Sylvan Elves, Fred with his Highborn Elves, Pell, did I ever say Pell with the Warriors of the Dark Gods? And Root with his Dark Elves, what are they called now? Dread Elves, and a couple of other lads, or at least one of the lad that we met, Root and myself met down there, called Chris. He'll be joining the crew with his Dread Elves as well. So there's a few who's going down to Bristol, hoping to get a few games in before that. It's not till September, so a few months away. Hoping to get some warm-up games. Pell's pretty much settled on his list. Like I say, he's had 6 or 7 games. Now he's got the most practice. I've just written a new dwarf list, which I'm going to try out. You can see the models behind me. We've got some gunners, some longbeards, some of these little boys, 2 of these boys, who are like the best thing since sliced bread. Vengeance Seekers, love these guys. They're pretty crazy. So yeah, now in terms of what I've been doing, completely rebased all of my dwarves. Weren't happy with all the snow covered bases and what have you, so yeah, I'll show you. I've gone for, because I saw a lad at Bristol had done this. Basically, if you can see, look, oh, you can't see. I've just gone around with black on the base, but kept the highlight on the top. I didn't like all the snow around, so that's what I've been doing. It's been mostly modelling, not a lot of playing, but hopefully now the army's all painted and we have a tournament to go to as a group, there might be some stuff, some games being played. So yeah, that's where we are at the minute. I don't think I've missed anything off. Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see, if you want to see some 8th edition battle reports, I know Fred hasn't, well, none of us have turned our back completely on 8th. I know myself and Fred are talking about a big Dwarves versus High Elves game at some point, so maybe we'll put that on the channel. If you guys have got any suggestions, anything you want to see, just leave a comment or whatever. One of us will get back to you, I'm sure. Yeah, anything you want to see, just let us know. In the meantime, stay patient. There'll be something in the coming weeks, I hope. Alright, see you later.